Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Deep Rock Galactic, where we're about to drink a rat that tastes as great as its name. I mean, there's probably not a huge amount of actual rat in this, right? Where would they even get rats in space? Alright, so today we are taking on the final mission type, and it can be challenging. It can be a tricky one, so I have saved up my very favorite weapons for this moment. We are playing as the gunner today with this weird sort of, this sort of plasticky mint vibe. I'm not really sure what's going on. I gotta say, I'm not in love with the tier 6 armor sets or the Mark 6 armor sets in general, but they do all have very impressive backpacks. Except I can't figure out what is going on with this, the sort of like overlapping scales vibe. I don't know. Anyway, guns don't get much bigger than this. This is the Thunderhead Heavy Autocannon. It is basically like an anti-aircraft flak system that you just sort of carry around. It will put so many explosions in the direction that you aim it in so quickly. I just love it. I love it very much. It is, of course, sort of an area denial, carpet bombing kind of weapon, and as such, not suited for precision work, really not suited for long-range work. And for those problems, we have the Bulldog Heavy Revolver, loaded with just the biggest, meanest bullets, fewest, biggest, meanest bullets we could possibly find. And yeah, that's the heart of it. One gun for shooting things that you need to be accurate about, and one gun for doing literally everything else. I love the autocannon so much. It has some downsides you're going to see when we get in there, but they're all eminently handleable. To round out the loadout, we have the gunner's sticky grenades. The one thing this loadout does not deal with very well is a Praetorian just running up at you while you're doing other stuff, while you're focusing on other bugs. And so the sticky grenades are more or less a silver bullet solution for exactly that problem. As you might imagine, you throw the grenade, it sticks to things. What the name does not maybe give away is that the thing that the grenade sticks to and everything immediately around it will be hit by a powerful fear effect and run away. And if you just throw this at a Praetorian, even after it starts doing its big vomit attack, it will instantly turn around and start running, which lets you just pound ammunition directly into the vulnerable weak point. And also it means you don't get covered with radioactive vomit, so that's pretty cool. All right, and with that, let's engage in some industrial sabotage. This is a dense biozone mission. I find this biome to be challenging a lot of the time when you don't have like a scout for illumination. It just produces such big dark spaces. But for this mission type, it shouldn't matter too much. The only thing that might be tricky is if there's a lot of resources like on the ceilings or high up on the walls. We may be relying on Bosco a lot for that sort of stuff.
Arrival has begun prospecting operations on Hoxxes, and the management is furious. We're sending you in to grab whatever samples they're preparing for extraction, destroy their facilities, and show them that Hoxxes is DRG property.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite mission types. I really like the work you have to do on this, and it's a bummer that it is so rarely included in assignments. Every once in a while you'll get it as sort of like the capstone, final difficult mission, but the game seems to like to give escort missions as the capstone a lot, and that's a shame because escort missions kind of suck, in my opinion. Alright, there's 2 bulo caps up there. I will go ahead and use a zipline for that. I don't think we're going to need a huge number of our ziplines. So there are a couple of big transformative overclocks for the autocannon. I like its base functionality so much that I'm just using like a simple green overclock here. The biggest downside of this thing is that it does take a full 5 actual human seconds to reload. So our overclock just expands our ammo supplies a little bit and cuts half a second off the reload timer. And that's it. And you know what? Frankly, it's good enough.
Molly, come here.
I do need to deposit nitrate in the molly.
Give me
Hey,
some
Bosco,
more.
can you eliminate this area? Okay, I think we got most of the stuff out of this first room. So on this mission type, we're going to see a lot of robot enemies. Robots can occur on other missions. I don't think we've seen too much of them, though.
Follow me, Bosco.
All right, so here's the deal with this thing. As you can see, it is not very accurate, but also, who needs it to be? It does just put out a tremendous amount of violence, and the longer you hold the button, the longer, or the faster it fires. It has a wind-up, kind of like the minigun, but where the minigun is an accuracy wind-up, this is a fire rate wind-up.
Come here.
So once you've held it down for a couple of seconds without stopping, it really is like, it is outputting so much damage over such a large area. In my experience, usually at full rip, it's way more than you need. It's very rarely the case that you actually want to be firing this thing at full speed. You're going to be wasting a lot of your shots if you are doing that. So, you know, we'll apply it here and there, little drips and drips and drabs, and then on the occasions where it actually does need, like, where we have an enemy wave that is dense enough to require the full fury of the weapon, we'll be real glad we have it.
Find the power stations powering it and shut them down. Get ready, team. Lithophage
So yeah,
meteor shower imminent.
this
Stay out of the impact
is the
zone.
thing we've come to sabotage. The enemies have a variety of robots. These little shredder bots are basically like man hacks from Half-Life. You might remember that description because the engineer can throw grenades full of these things essentially as well. But yeah, basically they're just like a blade on wings, just sharp, and they fly at your face. So, in order to disable the shield around this thing, we need to disable the 2 power stations that are operating it, and we can do that by following these cables. Aha!
Not so accurate now, are ya?
Sniper turrets are not a joke. They do a really serious amount of damage very quickly.
I die a little inside every time I have to take out a
Just trying to make sure there aren't any more.
go.
Hey, Bosco, go make sure. Okay, seems pretty safe to go and hit the thing. There is a nitro vein up there. Oh, we should probably detonate these explosive plants from a safe distance. Now, the other big downside
Molly is on the way.
of the autocannon is that just like with the machine gun or the minigun, I'm gonna throw my shield down. We're gonna. It does slow down your movement considerably while you're using it, so you can't fight on the run very effectively. All right, great work, Steve.
Charged.
But you know, sometimes it feels really good to just sort of plant your feet and have at them. I think that's a very compelling gameplay experience, the thing that just happened there. Okay.
I called for Molly.
Anyway, I was trying to mine some minerals before the wall exploded at us.
I can't carry anymore.
We're going to go through a lot of bullets real fast. I do think this is actually quite an ammo-efficient loadout. But there are just a lot of enemies to kill on Hoxxes V.
Anniversary trophy secured.
So, you know.
Well done, team. Performance point bonus is active.
Let's get the minerals.
Fortunately, these missions usually have tons of loot bugs, lots and lots of nitro around.
And on its way.
Alright, so we call in a hacking pod. Drops somewhere around here. I'm going to go ahead and put down our first supply drop nearby.
Supplies are on the way. Hacking pod has arrived. Get it connected to the power station.
Resupply arrived. Go restock.
So the enemy corporation's robots will show up to try to defend their
This is our
their
turn.
assets. Once in a while, when you bring down one of those big enemy robots, they'll be in a hackable state, and we can acquire a temporary ally. So we definitely want to be on the lookout for that.
What a jaw-dropping experience. Bam!
Gotta say, I don't care for that that sudden about face that they can do. Just like fully turn around instantly right in front of you.
Ready to kill some more crates. Just what the dog.
Alright. So, partially to offset the very long reload time on this weapon, on the gunner, I usually take
I just put on
the perk that increases the amount of ammo you get back from, or dramatically increases the amount of health, rather, that you get back from the supply pod, and also causes interacting with the supply pod to immediately reload your guns. So you will see sometimes that I just resupply instead of reloading because it's about the same speed. And obviously it has other benefits. So in order to connect the hacking pod to the thing to be hacked, we have to establish a line of these little beacons. This should be the last one, honestly. This is a pretty straightforward line. Sometimes it's a lot more complicated than that.
Time to activate the hacking drone.
All right, and then we just press the little button,
HackerBot is online.
and there's Hoxxes doing Hoxxes thing.
Team, it's hacking time. Protect the hacking drone.
For the first round.
All right, we just have to keep Hoxxes safe. Bugs and enemy robots and all kinds of stuff are going to spawn to ruin Hoxxes' good time, and we just got to not let that occur. We got that under control. So you can see, even if you get locked in, like, face-to-face combat with a Praetorian, the thing puts out enough explosive damage that it's not too devastating. And a side effect of blowing up the front side of the Praetorian that much is that you just sort of incidentally strip all the armor off of it. So if you have any allies who actually are able to get to the sides or anything, you make their job much easier.
Hacking drone.
Alright, we're going to throw down a shield over the hacking drone. This is part of the reason we do this. You know what? I'm going to take a resupply here because we're going to be leaving this room immediately after this. Let's shoot down the bot.
We need some pest control on the hacking drone.
Okay, easy.
First power station is down. Well done. Data vault force field down.
I may not have needed to drop a resupply for that. That turned out to really smooth. Alright, Hoxxes heads back to the ship. And yeah, that's got me, like, I guess we're just leaving this with 2 charges. We'll come back to it eventually if we need more supplies. It's pretty close to the what do you call it? The entrance. Damn it. It is really nice to have just like a perfectly accurate point and click weapon.
Should have left my nose on the bloody spice rig. I called for the mule.
Oh, hey, we found one. Alright, so we already have 2 more drops. The power cable that thing was running has gone dead, and we just need to follow the other one now. Which looks like it goes this way. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna run across batteries of enemy turrets. Sometimes you get these like force turrets, sometimes you get just, you know,
Busted a burst turret.
pretty simple, straightforward laser burst turrets.
Blue bug eliminated. I've got all day.
And then in the room with the actual power station, there will be a bunch more sniper turrets. There are always at least a few.
Loot bug hot. Oh, I smell bacon.
Ah, I didn't even realize that there was a tunnel down there. Alright, well, 1 second. There's more stuff to search over here, more minerals.
Right now.
Usually there's only one play card, but sometimes. Let me get a little bit of shield back before stepping on this. Okay. I had to say that hacking event went down like really fast and really smoothly. They are not always so kind.
My bag is. I got the deposit.
Right about here is where I want you. We're gonna use Molly as a footstool here. Okay. All right, let's check this out. We still need 5 more Bulo caps. Yeah, honestly, like, perhaps I am jinxing things. But as a whole, this seems to be going down pretty smoothly. That is a bulk detonator in that room, so obviously that's going to complicate things very slightly. But, you know, the elephant rounds work just fine on things that are merely very large, but aren't technically elephants. Okay. Looks like we're dragging this thing back out into the main chamber. Sadly, I know from experience that this enemy is 100% fear immune, so we cannot back it down with a grenade. As long as Bosco stays on it, it'll be pretty slow. And I popped both of the blisters that face this direction, so... Okay, that's gonna have some effect on the terrain. Also, check out all this extra nitro we found. Yeah, we are doing okay on drops. Alright. Let's try entering this chamber again. Still got some snipers. So they do have a weak point. It's this little light. It's kind of hard to hit.
Go ruin someone else's picnic. I'm afraid of heights.
Thank you, Bosco. Ugh, terrible shooting on my part. Alright. Sounds like we got real incoming, so let's... Oh, cool, a scorpion. You know what, this is a reasonable shield time, I think.
These bugs don't stand a chance against us.
Alright, looks like we're all done except for the Praetorian.
Shield ready again.
Okay,
Need a hacking pod.
let's get ourselves a new hacking pod, get ready to do that thing.
Another hacking pod.
See about
Okay, come
finding
here.
any nitro that's in this room. And I know it might seem like we probably have enough nitro already, but honestly, I would feel better if we found like one more drop's worth.
Hacking pod in position. Let's get it hooked up to the power station. Chop chop, team.
And moving dirt is the best way to make a living.
That sound is enemy robots. Where are you at? Ah, over here.
Bam! Who's got a swarmer drone?
Okay. Damn. That was a little harder than I was expecting. They really came at us there.
Zip line done. Right there.
Just having him look around for like one more nitro vein, which would be pretty handy.
I need the damn minecart on legs. Where is it?
I do also need that Bulo cap. I guess we'll
Zip line up.
head over there and grab it.
Go, boss.
Anything in this dark corner? Nope. Well, we'll be alright. I hear more bugs spawning already. Oh, hi there. Huh.
Here, get into cover.
Went down inside the shield where we are invincible. Unfortunately, it does take a second, like after you throw down the little pod
Thanks,
for
boss.
the shield part to come out. They got us in that very, very small window of time.
Shield charged and ready.
Okay.
Hold your breath. Gas bud is leaking. So long, suckers. You're cute. You're hair.
So I will be honest with you, I don't love
Resupply order.
this as a defense position.
Nitro's been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Like to be a little bit more mobile on defense, but, you know, the shield helps with this.
Time to restock.
Just a tiny bit short.
Make it home to collect your
Okay.
bonus.
Getting supplies. Never felt better.
Build ourselves a little hack. This one doesn't seem like it should take too many pods either. We got pretty lucky here. These are both like relatively straight lines. The hacking pod can come down anywhere within a certain distance of the power station, and that is anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the same room or tunnel system. And I have definitely had situations where I had to either go around a significant amount of territory or dig through a really wild amount of wall. That is 2 Praetorians they've dropped on us. Let's get spitting. Okay. Perhaps that can be enough fucking around, enough extra bug spawns. We're going to do a shield and resupply for the next reload, so I'm not going to bother resupplying again right now. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. We're going to get bugs crawling down the entry holes, and it's going to be bad. Fortunately, we can cover from the tail here.
Drone secure.
It would probably be a good idea to get a Steve if we could. After this, though, Steve is going to rapidly become irrelevant to this mission. Feels like you're doing the thing pretty slowly. We're not getting harassed very much, but I feel like it's usually faster than this. Okay, let's make sure we get all the shredders.
The hacking drone is at it again.
Die! Off to the junkyard, you.
Okay.
The drone can't hack.
Let's take one of these.
Speeding it up. Do something.
And there we go. There's the button.
The hacking drone is under attack.
Reboot Hoxxes.
So it can work. Hacking commencing again.
Yep, I mean, they're trying to jam the tunnel with enough bug mass to just overcome the fire, and I do not think that's likely to happen.
Hacking drone under attack.
Get into cover.
Okay.
Excellent. The
All
second
clear.
power station has been hacked. Get back to the vault and disable the emergency power to take down the force field fully. We're almost there, team.
Really, this has been very straightforward. So, this machine
Believe in Steve.
that the rival corporation has built is going to be sort of a boss fight. I'm going to try to set up the terrain here to support us fighting this big fight a little bit. Let me find... We don't want to be like right on top of the thing, ideally. Wow, I am just doing a terrible job here.
One more for the scrapyard.
Okay.
Where is that damn mule? Shredders! get him in your beards.
I think this will be a good place to do some of the fighting from. So we're going to drop one of our supply drops over here.
Fly.
Stand back. Supply pod inbound.
Even though we're basically full on supplies, I do want to have another supply drop in another fighting position ready to go.
Resupply ordered.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Zip line ready.
Create some zip lines for quick traversal. We're going to run away from this thing so Steve will maybe follow us away and not get killed by it. Huzzah!
Resupply pod is here. Everybody collect
Okay,
ammunition.
and yeah, we're basically at full here, so I don't think we need to do too much else. There's also more supplies in that room still if we need them. Okay.
I'm killing the force field protector. Get ready.
So this is a fun little sort of multi-stage
I'm releasing a battery.
boss fight once we get these 2 batteries out.
Force field down. The Caretaker is activating defenses. Take it out quick.
So part of the reason we drop these is because, you know, obviously we will be taking supplies from them. Another big important part of the reason we drop them is so that they can be cover. Alright, so obviously during this first phase, we shoot at the corners of its body here. It has these 4 tentacles at its edges, or at its corners. And if we position ourselves intelligently, we can usually make it so only one of them is any real danger to us, and we can just use cover to avoid the others. Unfortunately, this one has sort of struck through some of the terrain, which makes us vulnerable on this side. When they go for the melee attack on you, the way that one just did, they're quite vulnerable to melee damage, it seems like. If you just power attack them after they hit the ground, it will almost always kill them. Alright. Break that down, and you get to the phase where you can actually damage its health. It'll respawn all of its tentacles at that time. And it'll open one of its 4 side eyes, and it picks randomly. This is too much damage. Okay.
Shield up.
It won't let you do enough damage to push it to the next phase off of just the one eye. It will always switch about 60% to the way through, so you're gonna have to be
Don't let him flank you.
mobile. And of course, it shows the eye furthest away. You do not want to be standing on the Caretaker's body. If you do that, it will deploy electric defenses. There we go. Okay, I guess we're up here now.
Ammo taken.
Take one of these mostly for the health. Alright, so we enter a new phase, which is just like the old phase, but each time it phases, it gains a new power. In this case, the power to deploy sniper turrets. Obviously, pretty dangerous stuff.
Whack-a-mole.
We gotta kill this one real fast.
Sniper turret destroyed.
These force shields that it fires are a real pain in the ass. Kind of getting wrecked here. Okay. Feeling better. You can definitely see like we're wasting a lot of these. A lot of these shots are hitting nothing at all, but you don't want to just be using the revolver and be bound entirely by the revolver's ammo count.
Find the open eye and shoot it.
Oh no, that went way further than I intended it. Well, that didn't work. We're just gonna move here. Alright, that thing's at pretty low health now. Ah! Caught me in the back, though. Given enough time, it will just switch eyes. Yep, that's down now. Okay. With the two turrets near us down, the extra robots are certainly not making life any easier. And there's a sniper turret over here that couldn't hit us before.
Sniper turret disabled.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm feeling less certain about that it will just switch eyes eventually thing. Because it does seem to be holding in this position for an awfully long time.
Shield ready again.
And of course, the second we get over here, all of a sudden it's like, hey, what if I respawned this, arm? Really gotta let the crosshair regain its, Which side? The far side, of course.
Got it right between the eyes.
It's been a pretty rough phase. But we're making it. We're gonna make it happen. Okay, here we should be able to... No, I almost phased it and then ran out of ammo. Alright, it does appear to have deployed a fresh set of snipers.
You have sniped your last dwarf turret.
We'll just have Bosco deal with that one. Alright, so we're going to get another phase here. Ah, phase bombs.
Those teleporting bastards can reach you anywhere.
So yeah, it will just teleport bombs onto your location. You can see the red circle on the ground indicating the area that the bomb will deal damage in.
Shoot the exposed parts. Get into cover.
Let's take a second here to clear the most dangerous arm and get some damage done. Very awkward moment for the phase bombs. It's really rough.
Shield charged and ready.
Alright, let's go ahead and use the shield.
Shield placed.
Again, mostly for the health. The boss is rotating its abilities in absolutely the most annoying way possible. But we're still getting there. Alright.
Focus fire on the Caretaker's eye. Shield
I'm gonna run across the thing and up to our other position here.
shield up. Getting more ammo.
Let's take a moment to disable a couple of appendages. See, there's a good example of it switching before you get the damage in, which it will do, apparently only some of the time whenever it would be most annoying to do. Ah, yes, and sometimes it will just spawn additional tentacles so that you can't just hide forever from the existing tentacles. This fight is going kind of terribly relative to most Caretaker fights, but you know, it's working. We're getting there. Oh, here come the phase bombs. Oh gosh. I'm gonna back off a little bit actually. I don't want to back up too much because I don't want to make the Caretaker spawn an additional tentacle on us. And being out of range of the existing tentacles, I'm pretty sure, is what causes that behavior. So you can see the electric defenses it deploys if you stay too close to it for too long. Oh.
Guess he didn't care enough.
All right, there we go. Easy. Actually, no problem at all.
Where is that damn tin can?
Okay. This is the thing they've sent us in for. Probably that clicking doesn't mean anything at all.
What kind of fiendish tech is this? This'll look good on our performance.
Finally, the data rack is secured, and you've ended that prospecting in this area. Damn fine work. Call in a part from the mule to get you home.
That seems pretty secure.
Drop pod en route. Hang in there.
Yeah, overall, this was a remarkably easy version of this mission that went wrong a whole bunch of times in the boss fight, but hey, we managed to clean it up anyway.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
Needed that.
The power station hacking part is usually a little bit more of a complicated challenge.
Zip line up.
Also, here's the thing you can do that's super fun, extremely unfair. Just rain hot death on the bugs from a position they can't access.
Let's get out of this now.
Obviously, you could do this with any of the gunner weapons, but I do think it feels best with this one.
I'm doing my part.
Come on, open, damn.
The mule's been successfully retrieved. Make it snappy, team. The drop pod won't
I feel like Molly was in the pod for a really long time before they let us in.
one for the books. Retrieving escape pod.
All right, I feel pretty good about that. A mere 203 bugs killed, which I guess is a little bit embarrassing. How are you going to be down on Hoxxes for that long and only kill that many? All right, that went pretty quickly. We could throw another mission on the end here. Let's see, what would be fun? Yeah, you know what? I feel like we haven't actually successfully completed a mission in the Hollow Bow yet. This biome has been too much for us in the past. Let's give a real quick one a shot. That is extra Morkite for your Morkite. Not a very useful beer at all, in fact. I don't think we got very much value out of that tunnel rat either, frankly. All right, let's do it. So this will be easy, right? Just 7 Aquarqs. It's just a tree. And yet. This loadout is pretty good at dealing with basically everything. I have yet to find a problem that I don't feel like you can solve with either 10,000 explosions or what is basically a handheld sniper rifle. Let's see if the tree can find one for us.
If we survive, next round is on me.
Our scanners have picked up a massive deposit of Aquarq. We're sending you in alongside a heavily armed lifter to get as many out as possible. We're picking up
Yep, screw these things for sure.
Quarks can be extracted from the walls. Search for a blue shimmering light. Get it done, team.
Cover! You're my new best friend.
So I tried to use the grenade there to run the scorpion off, and for some reason his fear response was to just charge at us. I guess for some bugs it's fight, for some bugs it's flight. Ah, swarmers. I will say this loadout is absolutely phenomenal at dealing with large groups of small enemies, which, as you've seen in the past, can be a real problem.
We got the oppressor! Red sugar!
Okay, I need up.
Zipline, help me with the minerals here.
Seems like there's a fair number of Aquarqs that are just kind of in the roof that we can send Bosco after. Ooh, jet boots. Hell yeah, jet boots. And of course, there are bugs spawning all around me right now. It can be very difficult to get jet boots on the Aquarq mission because there aren't really gaps in the enemy spawn pattern for you to do the little mini game during. We got really as lucky as we're gonna get there. Okay, rad. Just put that over there nearby. So there was another Aquarq in this initial room, wasn't there? No, maybe not. Okay.
Go fetch.
I'm guessing there's probably going to be some up on those cliffs. Now, with the effectiveness and ammo efficiency of
Loot bug pop.
this build, we have probably a little bit more time than we have had on attempts at this in the past, but we really do need to make sure we get to that first resupply pod pretty
I need
quickly.
you here.
Can you go get that one?
Mine is. Zip line ready.
That one we can probably mine out ourselves. Looks like maybe there is not in fact going to be...
Loot bug looted. Stop them dead.
I got faked out there for a second. I thought that was Steve. Looks like maybe there's not going to be much stuff of value up here at all. Alright,
Here we go.
back down.
Follow me. Move it. It's gonna blow.
Oops.
I need a bandage over here.
I fell down that ledge a little bit and sort of panic engaged my jet boots without really knowing where I was. I sensed the falling.
Every bullet count.
Okay, alright. Alright, so obviously, you know, if you're not sure where all the damage is coming from and how you're going to get it under control, reflex shield is important, but also the shield does give you a nice clean moment to reload.
I'm not scared of you. Why just put up a symbol?
Okay. Ammo is starting to run just the littlest bit thin.
Damn flares could need an upgrade.
All right, Bosco, grab that. I'll grab this one real quick, hopefully.
Ooh.
So there's a nitro vein in the roof above the base.
This is the best.
I have no idea if it's going to be enough to get us to the resupply. There's some nitro sitting on the ground around here.
Steve is dead. Long live Steve. That will teach him. Help me mind this.
You better go figure that out. We're at like 43. I am really quite worried. Okay, while he's doing that, I will go and grab this.
Jet boost activated. Eat blood.
Come on. It's not quite a large enough gap for a dwarf to fit into. Just gonna make sure I'm grabbing every little bit of nitra here. Okay, we need 21 more. Was that it from that vein? Jeez. Yeah, we're in a dangerous spot. Okay, here's some. Okay, there we go. I am feeling 1,000% safer already. Let's get that on the ground.
Nitro's been withdrawn and supply.
Get out of here, tumbleweed. Okay, we need one more. We saw a whole lot of Aquarqs up in this area.
Resupply pod is here. Everybody collect ammunition. Go! Get to one!
Alright, so there are all these razor vines and stuff all over the place.
Yeah!
Just hostile plant life that, if it takes a bit of damage, will retract into the ground for a moment.
One down!
You can permanently remove these if you dig out the ground around the little bud that they come from. Obviously, it's time consuming. I think we're probably just going to go ahead and
Stay by my side, Bosco.
go ahead and bounce here. We're not going to bother with the bulo caps.
Up, up, and away!
This is an opportunity to get away with it. I say we get away with it.
Return the minehead. We'll send in the escape pod. Minehead returning. Escape can inbound. Expect heavy resistance until we can pick you up.
All right, we got lots of resources. We have plenty of ability to shield up and oh, I missed a little bit. That's okay. It'll still shred his armor.
Squash 'em.
Yeah, sometimes the Praetorians will charge you too when they get feared. But the important thing is they won't do their scream for a certain number of seconds following the fear. I've never seen it happen. So even if they're running toward you, they're at least not irradiating you, and they're in a state where you can shoot them safely.
Seek cover!
And you get enough stickies that you really don't have to be shy about that. You can even sometimes still use them to oops. There we go.
Who's gonna protect?
You can even sometimes still use them to just like blow the front of a wave up or something. And you might notice, you might be able to hear the critical hit sound every so often. The shells from the autocannon are still projectiles, like it does still fire bullets, and you can still get weak point hits with them, in addition to the explosion damage. Wow.
Keep it together. Drop pod is en route.
I am not doing my best shooting today.
Shields ready again.
Up there somewhere, we think.
Drop pod has arrived.
Ah, yes, right there. How about perhaps right there?
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Take that, everyone who isn't me.
We're pulling you back in.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. The thing is, like, it didn't really even feel like a Has 5 because the Aquarq missions, you have that period right when you drop in where you're pulling all of the bugs on the map, and it can feel pretty harsh. But then I think they start a little less intense than a normal mission and they ramp up. And if you just get it done quickly, you don't have to deal with the ramp up. It's pretty straightforward. The problem comes in those times when you can't find your initial 80 nitra or you can't quickly source 7 Aquarqs. Things can get very ugly indeed, as we have seen in the past. But hey, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think that's where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm pretty sure we have now put up a victory on every mission type and a victory on every biome. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff in this game, and the variation with the truly procedural cave generation and stuff, because the fact that you have the ability to fix the terrain means that they can go ahead and give all of the terrain duties to a thing that might produce a broken map. You'll just dig. You'll figure it out. Yeah, it's just great. I love it very much. There's one more episode yet. When you come back next time, the final loadout, the final set of weapons, and hopefully something a little bit special. We'll see. I'm having trouble coordinating with people, as you can probably tell, on account of being up all night and sleeping all day. But I'm going to try. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.